Every year, as the chill of winter settles in and the first hints of snow or frost appear, something magical begins to stir in homes around the world. The ordinary becomes extraordinary. Living rooms transform into glittering wonderlands, windows sparkle with ornaments, and soft glows of lights trace the edges of furniture, creating a warm, inviting embrace. The faint sound of holiday music drifts through the air, mingling with the unmistakable aroma of fresh-baked treats, cinnamon, sugar, and spices that seem to wrap themselves around every corner of the house. From the towering Christmas tree standing proudly in the corner, to the trays of golden cinnamon rolls cooling on the counter, and the intricately decorated gingerbread cookies waiting to be admired or devoured, the holiday season is a feast for the senses. Every detail, from the shimmer of ornaments to the swirl of icing, seems to have been designed with one purpose: to spark joy, nostalgia, and wonder in everyone who experiences it. But have you ever paused to wonder how this magic is created? How does an artificial Christmas tree, made from plastic, wire, and thousands of tiny green needles, manage to look so lush, symmetrical, and perfectly alive? How do the simple ingredients of flour, sugar, butter, and yeast transform into golden brown cinnamon rolls, soft and airy inside, each spiral filled with the perfect amount of cinnamon and sugar? And how are gingerbread cookies, with their delicate shapes, intricate icing patterns, and rich, spiced aroma, crafted in such precise detail that every batch looks like a miniature work of art? These are not ordinary processes. Behind every holiday staple lies a world of skill, innovation, and precision. Factories hum with life. Machines whirl and clank, meticulously measuring, cutting, shaping, and assembling materials. Skilled artisans move with practiced hands, inspecting every detail, adjusting, and perfecting. Temperature, timing, and technique must all work in harmony to achieve results that look effortless to us, but are the product of countless careful steps. Today, we invite you to step behind the curtains and into this hidden world, where ordinary raw materials are transformed into extraordinary symbols of holiday cheer. We will journey into factories where artificial Christmas trees are born, watch as simple dough rises into cinnamon rolls so perfect they seem almost too good to eat, and follow the meticulous creation of gingerbread cookies, where even the smallest sprinkle and icing line is applied with care. You will see the blend of tradition and modern technology, the quiet artistry and precise science, all coming together to make it our favorite holiday items. Prepare to be amazed as we uncover the hidden stories, intricate processes, and surprising details that bring the holiday spirit to life. So sit back, take a deep breath, let the festive scents fill your imagination, and join us on this journey to discover exactly how the magic of the holidays is made, from raw materials to the treasures that grace our homes each year. The journey of an artificial Christmas tree begins long before it ever reaches a store shelf or a family living room. It starts with raw materials, primarily PVC, the plastic that forms the needles, sturdy metal wire for the frame, and sometimes PE or polyethylene, a newer material designed to replicate the texture of real pine needles more convincingly. At the factory, massive rolls of green PVC sheets arrive, each roll heavier than a small car. These sheets, smooth and vibrant, will eventually be transformed into thousands of tiny, lifelike needles. The first step is slicing. Precision machines cut the sheets into long, thin strips, each strip resembling the needles of a real pine. But they are far from ready yet. Next comes the heat treatment. The PVC strips pass through a series of heated rollers, softening the material and making it flexible. This process also gives the edges a natural taper, mimicking the delicate tip of a real pine needle. At the same time, these strips are embossed with tiny textures, subtle grooves, and ridges that catch light in just the right way, creating a lifelike shimmer and adding depth to the tree. While the needles are being prepared, the skeletal frames of the trees are assembled. Thick metal wires are bent and welded into intricate shapes that will support the weight of hundreds, sometimes thousands of branches. Each frame is designed with meticulous attention to balance, symmetry, and durability, ensuring that the tree will stand tall and maintain its shape even after years of decoration and storage. Once the needles and frames are ready, the assembly begins. Thousands of tiny needles must be attached to each branch, and this is where precision is paramount. Automated machines carefully twist the needles around the branches, while trained workers monitor the process, ensuring every cluster is dense, even, and positioned at the correct angle. No two branches are exactly alike, yet the overall tree must look uniform and natural, just like a real evergreen. During this stage, attention to detail is critical. Even subtle aspects, like the spacing between branches, the angle at which each needle points, and the fullness of each cluster are carefully controlled. Workers inspect each section repeatedly, removing or adjusting any needles that appear out of place. By the time a single branch is complete, it is a miniature work of art, ready to be attached to the main frame. From this painstaking combination of materials, machinery, and human skill, the tree gradually takes shape, branch by branch, needle by needle, slowly transforming from raw PVC and metal into a lush, lifelike evergreen that will bring joy to homes during the holiday season. It is a process that blends technology, craftsmanship, and artistry, a testament to the care and precision required to make a tree look perfectly real while lasting for years to come. Once each branch has been meticulously crafted, with every needle carefully attached and shaped, the next stage is where the tree begins to take its full form, the assembly phase. The prepared branches are brought to the main frame, a sturdy metal skeleton that has been designed to hold hundreds of needles and, in larger models, thousands of tiny lights. For smaller trees, assembly is relatively straightforward. Workers insert each branch into pre-drilled sockets on the frame, adjusting the angle and spacing to create a natural, full appearance. They carefully fan out the branches, fluff the needles, and step back to assess the overall shape, ensuring the tree maintains symmetry and density from top to bottom. Even minor adjustments are made by hand to give the tree a lifelike look, with branches that spread in different directions, just like a real evergreen. For larger, pre-lit trees, the process becomes far more intricate. Skilled technicians meticulously weave hundreds of tiny LED lights through the branches, connecting them to an internal wiring system that is designed for both safety and even illumination. Each light is positioned to highlight the fullness of the branches, creating a soft, sparkling glow when the tree is illuminated. Technicians carefully test every strand, checking for faulty bulbs, uneven brightness, and secure connections. Safety is paramount. The wiring is insulated, heat-tested, and arranged to prevent any risk of short circuits or overheating once the tree is in a home. Once the branches are fully assembled and the lights are wired in, the tree moves to the quality control stage. Here, trained inspectors examine every detail with a critical eye. They check the fullness of the branches, the uniformity of the needle placement, the stability of the frame, and the functionality of the lighting system. Each tree may be gently shaken, rotated, and visually scanned from multiple angles to ensure that it meets the highest standards. Any branch that appears too sparse, any needle bent incorrectly, or any light malfunctioning is adjusted or replaced. This painstaking process ensures that every tree leaving the factory will look flawless in a customer's home. After passing inspection, the tree enters the packaging stage. Smaller trees may be folded or collapsed into sections, while larger models are carefully separated into multiple pieces for transport. Each section is wrapped, sometimes with protective foam or plastic covers, to prevent damage during shipping. The trees are then boxed, labeled, and loaded onto pallets, ready for distribution to stores around the world. From factory floor to living room, every tree is designed to bring holiday magic to countless families. Standing tall, perfectly shaped, and adorned with twinkling lights that sparkle like fresh snow on a winter morning. While artificial Christmas trees bring visual sparkle to our homes, cinnamon rolls fill kitchens with warmth, sweetness, and an irresistible aroma that instantly evokes comfort and nostalgia. But behind each perfectly golden, swirled roll lies a carefully orchestrated process that transforms simple ingredients into a holiday favorite. The journey begins with the dough. Flour, sugar, butter, eggs, and yeast are combined in large industrial mixers or, in artisanal settings, by hand. The ingredients are slowly blended to create a smooth, elastic mixture. The yeast, a living organism, plays a crucial role, fermenting sugars in the dough and producing tiny pockets of air that will give the rolls their soft, fluffy texture. The butter adds richness, the eggs provide structure, and the flour forms the body of the dough. The mixing process alone can take several minutes, as each batch must reach the perfect consistency, soft enough to rise properly, yet firm enough to hold its shape when rolled. And once the dough has been kneaded, it is transferred to warm, controlled proofing rooms. Here, temperature and humidity are carefully monitored. In these ideal conditions, the dough begins to rise, sometimes doubling in size. The yeast slowly ferments, releasing carbon dioxide that expands the dough. Skilled bakers or automated systems gently monitor the process, ensuring that the texture develops evenly throughout each batch. This stage is crucial. Underproofed dough will be dense, while overproofed dough may collapse, losing the delicate, airy structure that defines a perfect cinnamon roll. After rising, the dough is carefully rolled into large, thin sheets, ready to receive the signature cinnamon sugar filling. Butter is spread generously across the surface, followed by a layer of sugar mixed with ground cinnamon. The combination is simple, yet transformative. In large-scale bakeries, machines ensure that the filling is evenly distributed, while in artisanal bakeries, skilled hands spread the mixture meticulously to avoid uneven pockets. Next comes the rolling stage, the moment when the dough begins to take its iconic spiral form. The sheet is rolled tightly, starting from one end and moving smoothly to the other, forming
Every
long
Christmas
logs
season,
with the cinnamon
millions of
filling
American
trapped inside. Precision is key. A tight roll ensures uniform spirals and even baking later on. The rolled logs are then sliced into
families set up an
individual
artificial
portions,
tree.
each cut
Yet
to the
few
exact
people know
same
its
size
modern
to ensure
design actually comes
consistency.
from a
At this stage, the rolls are almost ready for the oven, yet the craftsmanship behind each swirl is
Toilet
already
brush.
evident.
In
A
the late
combination of careful
1940s,
preparation, skilled technique, and attention to detail. Even in large factories producing thousands of rolls per day, the process
Addis Brush
balances
Company engineers
efficiency with
discovered that their
artistry.
brush-making machines
Every
accidentally
step, from kneading to rolling, is carefully monitored to maintain the perfect texture, flavor, and visual appeal. What might seem simple, a soft,
produced bristles
cinnamon-scented roll,
shaped like pine
is
branches once
actually the
tightened.
result of precise science, practiced hands, and a touch of baking magic. Heat. Once the rolls have been perfectly
dyed
cut,
green.
each one a uniform spiral of cinnamon sugar goodness, they are carefully placed onto baking trays. In large-scale factories, this is often done by automated conveyor systems, ensuring
Today,
precise
factories
spacing
still
so
use
each
that
roll has
same
room
idea.
to expand without
But
sticking
what
to
happens
its
next
neighbor.
is far
In smaller artisanal bakeries, skilled hands lay each roll gently, taking care to maintain the uniformity of the batch.
more surprising.
The trays are then slid into massive ovens.
So what really
preheated
goes
to
on
exact
inside the
temperatures? Heat is a crucial element in transforming the raw dough into the golden, soft, and aromatic rolls we know and love. Inside the oven, the dough begins to rise further as the yeast
Tree-making
continues to
line.
release carbon dioxide.
Find out right here on
The
Captain
butter in
Discovery.
the filling melts, blending with the sugar and cinnamon to create a rich, caramelized swirl inside each roll. The exterior slowly develops a golden brown crust, giving the rolls that irresistible
wire.
combination of slightly crisp outside and tender, pillowy layers within. As the rolls bake, a sweet, intoxicating aroma fills the factory, a scent that seems to transport anyone nearby directly to a cozy holiday kitchen.
The machine
Cinnamon,
spins the
sugar,
wire
and
and
butter mingle in the air, evoking memories of festive mornings and warm family gatherings. Workers often pause to admire the visual
strands
transformation
together,
as the rolls
locking the
swell,
needles in place as it
spiral
goes.
by spiral, almost as if they are alive. And once fully baked, the rolls emerge from the oven and move to a cooling stage. This step is essential. Cooling allows the interior layers to set slightly, ensuring that the rolls maintain their soft, airy texture without collapsing under the weight of the glaze. The next stage is glazing. Factories often use sophisticated automated machines to drizzle a smooth, glossy icing over each roll, coating it evenly.
What comes out
and
is a
quickly.
long, full branch that
In more
already looks
artisanal
much
settings,
closer to real.
Bakers may use hand piping techniques, skillfully controlling the flow and pattern of the icing to create the perfect balance of sweetness and visual appeal. As the warm rolls meet the icing, it melts slightly, seeping into the spirals, infusing every layer with extra moisture and flavor. This creates that melt-in-your-mouth
Each
sensation
twisting
that
line
makes
can make
cinnamon
around
rolls
100 to
irresistible.
150 branches.
Finally, the cinnamon rolls are cooled completely and moved to packaging. In large factories, rolls
Just
are
an hour.
carefully aligned in trays or boxes, sealed and labeled for distribution. Each package is designed to preserve freshness, protect the delicate spirals, and ensure that the rolls arrive in perfect condition. From small bakeries to industrial production lines, this stage represents the final step in a journey
Some
that
branches
begins
get
with
curled or
simple
shaped right
ingredients
after
and
twisting,
ends
so
with
they
a
spread out
treat
more naturally.
that delights people across the country and around the world. Through this meticulous process of baking, glazing, and packaging, the humble cinnamon roll is transformed from raw dough into a holiday staple. A sweet, comforting symbol of warmth, tradition, and celebration. No holiday treat is quite as iconic or instantly recognizable as gingerbread. Its warm, spiced
By the time they're
aroma,
stacked on the
deep
table,
brown hue,
you
and
can already
festive
imagine what the
shapes
final treat
evoke memories of cozy kitchens, twinkling lights, and the excitement of decorating with family.
will look like.
But behind each perfectly baked cookie lies a complex process that combines culinary skill, precision, and creativity. The journey begins with the dough. Flour,
Do you
brown
like your
sugar,
Christmas tree
butter,
packed with dense
molasses,
branches,
and a carefully
or do you
measured
prefer a
blend of spices, including cinnamon, ginger, cloves, and nutmeg, are combined in large mixers.
lighter, more natural
The
look?
ingredients must be blended to the perfect consistency, firm enough to hold intricate shapes, yet pliable enough to roll out smoothly. The molasses gives the dough its rich color and deep, characteristic flavor, while the spices are carefully balanced to create that classic warm, aromatic taste.
Once the branches
that
are ready, they
defines
move to the
gingerbread.
assembly.
Hinny. Once mixed, the dough is chilled, often for several hours. This resting period is crucial. It
area.
allows the butter to firm up, which prevents the dough from sticking it during rolling, ensures cleaner cuts, and helps the cookies maintain their shape during baking. In large factories, the dough is portioned and rolled automatically, while in artisanal bakeries, bakers may use rolling pins and careful pressure to achieve uniform thickness.
Here,
Dings.
workers
Next
attach
comes
each branch
shaping.
bundle to the steel
The dough
frame,
is rolled into
following
large,
marks that show
even
exactly
sheets,
where every
ready
group
to be
should
cut
go.
into festive figures. Gingerbread men, stars, snowflakes, Christmas trees, and even miniature houses. In industrial settings, automated cookie cutters stamp out hundreds of identical shapes per batch with incredible speed and precision. In smaller, craft-oriented bakeries, bakers often use hand-cut templates or cookie cutters, creating slight variations that make each batch unique.
After
Every
everything
cut
is
must be
attached,
precise,
the trunk is wrapped
as
with
even a
thin
slight
strips of
distortion
shredded.
could affect baking or the final decoration. After shaping, the cookies are carefully transferred to baking trays and placed in ovens preheated to exact temperatures.
PVC.
Baking gingerbread is a delicate balance. The cookies must be firm enough to hold their shape, but soft enough inside to avoid becoming dry or brittle. As they bake, the scent of molasses and warm spices fills the air, a comforting aroma that instantly evokes the holiday spirit.
This covers the
Once
steel
baked
and helps
cooled,
the tree look.
decorating stage begins, arguably the most magical part. Some cookies are adorned with intricate icing patterns,
Full from
piped
every
with
angle.
precision to form tiny details like buttons, eyes, or snowflake designs. Others are embellished with candies, chocolate, or sprinkles, adding color, texture, and playful character. In factories, specialized machines can
Before
apply
the tree is
consistent
boxed,
icing and
it has to be
decorations
shaped.
at astonishing speed, ensuring uniformity across hundreds of cookies. In artisanal settings, skilled hands pipe each design carefully, creating miniature works of edible art.
Workers
The eggs.
open every branch,
Finally, the
fluff out
gingerbread
the
cookies
needles,
are carefully
and adjust
packaged,
the angles so the tree looks
often
even
in
on all
boxes or
sides.
tins that preserve freshness and protect the delicate decorations. Each package is then ready to travel to homes around the world, where these festive treats will delight the children and adults alike,
If it's a
becoming
pre-lit
part
model,
of holiday
this
traditions,
is when the
family memories, and seasonal celebrations. From the mixing of flour and
Lights go
spices
in.
to the final touch of icing, gingerbread is not merely a cookie. It is a symbol of the holidays, a product of craftsmanship, patience, and a touch of festive magic. Each cookie carries the warmth, aroma, and joy of the season,
Technicians
bring
check
a
that
bit of
each
holiday
connection
wonder
works
to
and that
every
the tree
home it
stands
reaches.
firmly
Clothes from the towering artificial Christmas trees that illuminate our living rooms with sparkling lights, to the soft, sweet cinnamon rolls
on its
that
base.
fill kitchens with the warm aroma of butter and cinnamon, and the intricately crafted gingerbread cookies adorned with icing, candy, and festive patterns. Every holiday favorite has a story. Each begins as raw, ordinary materials.
Only after everything
Plastic,
looks right
metal,
does the
flour, sugar, spices, and through a remarkable combination of skill, technology, and care, they are transformed
tree
into
get folded
treasures
down
that bring
again.
joy, wonder, and togetherness to homes around the world. Think of the artificial tree, with its thousands of individually shaped needles and carefully wired LED lights, each branch adjusted, fluffed, and inspected until it mirrors the beauty of nature. Imagine the cinnamon rolls,
It's
their
time.
dough rising under the gentle watch of warm air, spirals of cinnamon and sugar melding together, and the sweet glaze melting perfectly into each layer, creating a treat that is
placed into a
soft,
box
warm,
and sent down the
and
conveyor for
comforting.
shipping.
And consider the gingerbread cookies. Every roll of dough, each precise cut, every intricate icing design applied with care, culminating in delicate, edible art that brings festive delight to every generation. The magic of the holidays is not just in the sights and smells, but in the painstaking craftsmanship behind each creation. These objects, though often taken for granted, are the result of
The
countless
journey
hours
ends
of
with a
human
sealed
effort,
carton,
meticulous
ready to
planning,
become the
and
centerpiece
innovative
of someone's
techniques. From the hum of the factory floor to the quiet focus of a skilled baker's
holiday
hands,
season.
every detail contributes to the joy we experience during this special season. This season, as you place your artificial tree in the corner of your living room, or as you unwrap a tray
deeper
of
we
golden
go,
cinnamon
the
rolls
clearer it
or admire
becomes.
a perfectly decorated
Simple thi-
gingerbread cookie, take a moment to appreciate the journey each has taken. From raw materials to finished holiday magic, from factories and bakeries to your
Things
home,
aren't always simple.
these creations
especially
carry with
cinnamon
them
rolls.
the care, precision, and festive spirit of countless individuals dedicated to making the season brighter, sweeter, and more memorable. So as lights twinkle, aromas rise, and smiles appear around the table, remember, every detail, every swirl, every branch, every sprinkle has a story. And it is this story, the story of transformation, skill, and celebration, that turns ordinary materials into extraordinary holiday treasures, filling our hearts and homes with warmth, wonder, and joy year after year.